Peace and blessings, guys. I'm Nima. It's about 2 in the morning. For those that know me, you know I'm a night owl. So if you're up with me, you will get this message now. And for those that are not up, God willing, you wake up tomorrow and you will get this message tomorrow. But it was in my heart and in my spirit, and I've been doing some crying and feeling really emotional. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. Like, why was I feeling so extra emotional? What was the pull? What was going on? And, besides things in our personal lives, sometimes we feel other people's pain, but in a different way. And I know that I try to stay away from the news sometimes because it's so overwhelming and sometimes it can be so depressing. And I know a lot of people like me do the same thing. But we have to watch it because it's informative. Even if a lot of it is BS, we have to weed through the crap to get to, the truth. And, of course, other things, weather and crime. We need to know what's going on outside our door, outside our, in our neighborhoods and things like that. Excuse me. But, for a lot of us, we've been glued to social media and to the news, hoping and praying that some of these children that were abducted would be brought back to their families alive and healthy. And unfortunately, in 3 situations, that wasn't the case. These children are being taken away, not because they're sick, not because they were in some accident, but because somebody decided, whether it's people with mental health issues, whether it's angry people, whether it's evil people, whatever the situation is, they are being taken away from their families. And I just want to beg and encourage everyone listening to this video to please share this video. If you don't, that's fine. That's fine. But I usually, every once in a while, I will ask somebody to share a video. I'm sorry, my voice is cracking. But we have to watch our babies. We have to keep an eye on our children, even when they become adults. But when they're babies and they can't fight for themselves, they can't defend themselves, they can't run as fast as we may be able to. They can't pick up a phone or get on the internet and call for help or whatever the case may be. They can't carry a weapon. Please watch your children. Fathers, please stop leaving your children with your new girlfriends. Mothers, stop leaving your children with your new boyfriends. It doesn't matter if they have children of their own. If you don't know this person and you don't trust this person, do not. I understand that times are hard, and and I'm not trying to walk in your shoes. I don't want to be in your shoes. Okay, being a parent is hard. Being a grandparent is hard. Being a child care provider is hard. Okay? But we have to do better. These children are being taken away from us. Okay? They don't even have a fighting chance. They haven't even reached their 8th, 9th, 10th birthday. They haven't got to see their sweet 16s, graduate from high school, junior high school, elementary school. They haven't had the opportunity to go on proms and junior proms and class trips. They haven't had the opportunity to get married or walk down the aisle or have children themselves. Some of them haven't even had the opportunity to graduate from kindergarten. We have to watch our children. I know child care, sometimes you don't have child care. Sometimes you don't have money for child care. Look within your family. And guess what? Sometimes even when you look inside your family, that might not even be the right thing to do because everybody is not right in the head. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, and I really am trying to find the right words. But right now I'm human. So I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to stumble over my words. And I may not use the right words, but people have heavy mental health issues. People are depressed. You have schizophrenia. You have all types of people walking around. And even those with mental health issues don't always go and hurt somebody. But if somebody is off their meds, you never know what can happen. If somebody just started taking meds, you never know what can happen. If you look at these commercials and read the warning labels of everyday medicine that some of us take for aches and pains and sinus infections, some of these side effects are suicidal thoughts, homicidal thoughts, hallucinations. And I'm not giving anybody an excuse. I'm just saying it's so much that we have to be careful with. And it's so much that we have to watch. There are women that have gone through postpartum depression that actually attempted to hurt their own children, okay? That had to be kept away from their children because they went through certain things. These things are real. These things are real. I am not a doctor. I can't diagnose anybody. I am not a professional. What I am is a mother. What I am is a grandmother. What I am is a concerned citizen. What I am is a hurt person. What I am is somebody that's feeling pain differently, but for those families, but in a different way. Because I'm looking at the children in my family. I'm looking at the children in other people's families. We don't want people going to jail because people decide they're going to become vigilantes and things like that. We have to protect our own children. Okay, we don't want people going out here and taking matters into their own hands because they're fed up with people, hurting our children. But we have to stop and look. Keep your children close. When you're in the market, when I'm in the market, you know how many children I see walk away from their parents to go in a different aisle just to get candy and cookies? And I'm the first person to say, "Where's your mother? Where's your father? Who are you with?" Go to the person that you're with. And they're looking at me like I'm crazy, and I could care less because it takes that quick for somebody to snatch your child. Don't let them go in restrooms alone. If you have a son and you're a mother, depending on the age, guess what? You better be in that men's bathroom with your son. You better be in that men's bathroom with your daughter. Because you never know who's in the next stall or who's coming or who's watching. Predators are everywhere and they are snatching our babies up. We have to be vigilant. Even in daycare centers, you have daycare workers abusing and killing children. If your child is in a daycare center, go check on them. Pop up on them. Call ahead. And I know a lot of daycare owners watching this right now will say, well, we have rules and regulations. If I can't pop up on my child is not going to be in that daycare. If I can't call you and say I'm on my way or I'm downstairs or I'm outside the door, I'm not going to interrupt nap time. But I need you to make a way for me to peek at my child. Listen, we have to do what we have to do to keep our children safe. Again, I am not a professional, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer. I am a parent, a grandparent, a concerned citizen. I'm someone that's tired of watching the news and seeing our babies being killed, being taken away, being abducted, being molested, being abused. We have to watch our children. If you can't find daycare, proper daycare, if you can't find someone that you trust truly to watch your child, then you need to find a different job so that way you and your husband or the person that you're living with, you can switch hours. And again, I don't mean your new girlfriend or your new boyfriend, because new should not be watching your children. That's the bottom line. New should not be watching your children. And even if they're not new, you have to watch the people that are around your people. You see what I'm saying? If you have a girlfriend or boyfriend that hangs around a lot of people and you leave your child with these people, you need to know that the homies or the homegirls are not hanging around your child while you're at work. If you leave your child with someone, that someone should be with your child and that's it. Not every time Dick, Harry, Mary, and Susie, because you don't know what they bring to the table. And all it takes is for your significant other to step into the bathroom or say, I'll be right back, I'm going to go get something out the refrigerator, and one of them fools to snatch up your child and leave out of that house. If I'm scaring you, oh well. If I'm making you angry, as long as it helps you to protect your child a little more, then so be it. I love you guys. I wish you nothing but the best. I'm praying for all of us. All of us. Every last one of us. I'm praying for those families that have lost their babies to these predators, to these people, to these sick people, to these dangerous people, to these pedophiles, to these murderers. You got people shooting through windows and killing babies. You can't say that a child is in the wrong place at the wrong time, sitting on their steps, or in their home, or sitting on the sofa. I just wanted to come on here because I just really felt the need to say that, but it's so important. I hear it every day. I see it every day. People are letting their children walk to the store. I don't care if you grew up in a neighborhood. Do not, your child should not be 4, 5, 6, or 7 walking 2 blocks to a store away from you. I don't care if you grew up in that neighborhood. People watch you just like you go to work and you time the bus and you know what time the buses come and what time whatever. People watch you. People that stay home that don't work, they watch you. Criminals make a point of watching your moves, the moves of your children, and they're waiting for you to have your child off of your hand or out of your sight. Don't give them that opportunity. Make it extremely hard. Make it extremely hard. Talk to your child every single day about strangers, about even people that they're related to that they can't trust. Talk to your children over and over and over again. Stay with your children. Keep an eye. If you're in a park, don't turn your back on your child. If you're at a party, I don't care if you're at a wedding. You don't know those people at the wedding. You don't know who brought a friend. You don't know who brought a friend to the family reunion. Who brought a girlfriend or a boyfriend to the family reunion. Who brought somebody that can't have children of their own. Who brought somebody that just lost a child. Who brought somebody that's going through a mental health crisis. You don't know. Keep your eyes on your children. Don't leave them for a second. Stay with them. If you can at all times. If you can't, double up. Tell your husband, tell your wife, tell your fiance, listen, one of us have to have eyes on these children. Now, if you're in your own home and nobody else is there, okay, they can go play in the room. I get it. I get it. If you're in the house by yourself. But when you're out in the public, I don't care if you're in a restaurant, in a store, at a playground with other children. Do you know how quickly a child can walk into a crowd of other children? You can lose sight of your child. It only takes a second. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please, let's protect our children. In the meantime, in between time, do you take care of you and take care of these babies. Peace.